Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Trinity, powered by Dango. Episode 22, mate.
Miles off, KG.
That's a bit, again, premature.
It's gone early.
Yeah.
Definitely gone early there.
It's gone early, mate. Gone too early, mate. Episode 22. And it's not like there's been nothing happening. There's been loads of things happening.
Yes.
There's been loads of things. We're going to get a whole new coaching staff.
Yes.
It's all changing. Ring the alarm. Another change is coming. Whoa. Shout out the Dancehall one.
Ring the alarm. Yes. Yep.
OWEN, just a dancehall song. Tenor Sauce, very famous.
Oh, mate, I'm well tuned in. I'm well tuned in. You know, mate. Yeah. Love it, mate. Can I ask a question first of all? KG,
yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm back. I say that tentatively, but I am back. Like, the cough is there. You know, anytime like a lot of jokes happen, there'll be like a. But then my wife was making me laugh this morning, and I was able to just laugh without no cough. So
good.
Yeah, because the other day you was laughing when we was doing the flexi cage, and you just had to stop. Yeah,
that was when it. That's when it. That Friday. Yeah. Wait, I'm with Owen on this new thing of England games are making people sick, because I watched England also before I came down with something horrible.
KG, happened last time. Do you remember the World Cup? Me and KG got the exact same illness during the World Cup. Like, I'm telling you now, Fleck. We did a match for you.
Southgate.
Yeah, and we both got ill separately. We didn't even know this at the time, and then called each other like 3 days later. Went, "How's it going, mate?" And was like, "Oh man, I've been really sick for like 3 days." I went, "Me too." Me too. What's happened? And yeah, similar thing happened this time.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I was sick then as well, but just because I caught the Qatar bug that everyone's mash up for like a week, it just went.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you two are very similar actually as well, because I talked to both of you separately, because I was down with probably not the same as KG. I was just dead. And I went out and I thought, all right, I'm going to try and walk this off. I'm going to go get some fresh air. I'm going to go take the dog out for a walk and just breathe. And it did work. It really, really worked.
Get out there, mate.
I sweated it out. I sent a video to Flex. I turned the camera around. Honestly, I looked like death. Like, honestly, I look like the girl out of you ever seen the film The Ring when she comes up the TV? I look like that. It was bad. And the best thing, 7 days, you know, like that. And what was the weirdest thing is, both of you, I took the dog out for a walk, and both of you, the first thing both of you said went, "Not gonna get a dog though."
That's a you thing, bro. That's a you thing.
I was like, you both said.
No, it's because you was like, "This is why you got to get a dog." I was like, "No, I'll just go for a walk myself. I'm good. I don't need a dog."
That's not like hell. I was thinking, nah, man, that's the last thing he needs. Is a dog looking up at him like
more accountability.
More accountability.
More money spending on the thing.
Nah.
Shout out everyone, all the dog lovers, by the way. Shout out you. But nah.
Do you know what's so mad though? The other day, this is so weird that we'd hear. I was watching a video on like how to train like the most vicious dog breeds. I don't know why.
Are you watching that?
I don't know, because I saw Caesar Milan get attacked by a Labrador, and I thought, that's weird. You know the Douglas, but then he adopted the dog because it was mad. I just watched. Ask Owen. Sometimes I can start watching the maddest videos. Like I might watch.
You sent me really
I watch
early
all
in the morning.
Titles, all the WWE, all the different belts they've had in WWE history.
Yeah, and he sends me it like really early in the morning. He's clearly on the school run or whatever, and he sends me good. Don't ask me why. He's like, don't ask me why I'm watching this. And I was like, I wasn't.
yeah. I'm not gonna ask you why.
It's really interesting, though. It's just like little information about nothing. I love that.
Well, information about something. We're getting a whole new coaching team.
Hey,
Ineos are ringing in the changes.
Yes,
it's all but confirmed. Let's be honest. Ruud van Nistelrooy, obviously legend, coming back in. Renee Hack, from Go Ahead Eagles. I don't know much about him.
Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video?
And then obviously the viral video of him just cussing out the players.
Well, KJ, have you seen the video?
Not at all.
I'm sending you it right now. We're gonna get some live reaction to this.
But KG's gonna go, that's who we need. That's it. That's what I want. Yeah, but it's the same thing when we got it happens all the time, yeah.
You didn't listen to.
Ralph Ranieri, when Omar Barada came, we seen all the clips from the City documentary. This is the guy we need.
It's
It's
true.
we always
He
do it.
hasn't failed. Ralph, Omar hasn't failed yet.
No.
Though.
No, he hasn't even started yet. But no, he hasn't. But yeah, just to kind of get your thoughts, what are you saying on this new coaching setup?
While that's on its way, here you go.
Yeah,
United District.
You make sure you can't listen to it though, because there'll be. I think it's from a documentary, so you'll have to listen to it silently.
All right, wait. I'll sort it out then. I'll listen to that in a second because I got my headphones for that. Wicked. Now, what I will say is this: it's going to feel brand new for the players this preseason. With these new coaches in the house, there's going to feel a different vibe. Will be a different Man United because, again, stalwarts that we know, the Varane not being there is a big difference. I would say Eric Ten Hag, feet more firmly under the table, will definitely feel different for the players. They know that now they've chosen him over us. Really, that's really.
Is he more firmly under the table now, though, or because his role's changed and he's now actually in a position that he's not been in before? So this is foreign to him. So actually, he needs to adapt to this new thing. Or do you see it as like, no, it's my club still. I know what's going on. I've set this all up. Really?
Yeah, because you got to look at the players you got to look at the people that come in. If they weren't like Dutch, like his Dutch friends, really, even though they're legends and stuff, but he's had a say on who's coming. They haven't just said, because they would have brought anyone in. If there was some random Italian guy that's never worked with before by some up-and-coming coach, you look at that and think, hang on, you know what I'm saying? But then all these people that are coming in are people literally from the Eredivisie or people that he knows. Like, he's definitely...
Is that a problem?
No?
You know when people are saying Ten Hag's veto on transfers, it's just going for players he knows. Now we've just made it seems that it's going that way, that we're making a whole coaching staff, Dutch, all on his people. Some people are saying this was exactly the problem before. He's getting too much. Or do you think this is Ineos saying, nah, like what you said, we can't just give him some random people. Hopefully this is what it will look like. Rude's a big statement to bring back. The fans will be happy. And he's good at his job, by the way. We can't just have him there being a mascot because he's Rude.
Definitely
he needs to be good at his job. You see this as a good thing, that all Dutch connection, this, that, and the other.
You need to be comfortable. You need your boys around you, especially when you get into a war. I don't want to be questioning, what happens if something bad happens. If I always kind of compare it to boxing, if something bad happens to me in a round, I want to look at my corner and think, I know everyone over there and I know what they're gonna do. We're all gonna go to war. If I go over to my corner, I think, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't trust you.
Don't know what you're on.
Well, like John Fury. Just go jab him. We're fighting men.
You're a fighting man.
What? Fighting. Big fighting, Tyson. You're just fighting, man.
We're fighting, man. He just poked my nose. Jab him.
And in high stakes situations, that's the last shit you want to hear. Excuse my language. So, like, at the time, but you don't want to hear that crap. I want to go over there, trust it, because that's the team that's going to get you through all the games in a season. That's the team that's going to really, because it's going to get tough. Every team goes through bad times in a season. What happens when those bad times happen? Or the blips. And I just like that there's maybe fresh voices, different attitude towards training, because something clearly wasn't working last season.
I agree with what KG said. And I think that sometimes with these complaints, you do have to sort of go, well, what do you actually want then? If the complaint is these are from the Eredivisie again, these are Dutch people again, you go, what? So the opposite of that is people that he doesn't know. He hasn't worked with these guys, but he doesn't know them inside or out. I mean, this is your coaching staff. It's not players. I mean, it's different of bringing players in. I've never worked with them, but I've seen them from afar. I know them from a different league. These are people that day in, day out, you're having like very intimate meetings with, talking about players, coaching players. This is your strategizing. As KG saying, these are your guys you're putting together that when things do go bad as well with the players, you're meant to be closer. You're the tightest team there. You've got to have people that will have your back. And if anyone else were to bring people in that he wasn't happy with, because if that to me is like one of the weirdest sort of things people put out there. Oh, this is really undermining Eric that Ineos have told him to bring in new coaches. Okay, but I think Eric's not naive. He'd look at last season and go, yeah, it wasn't good. Like, clearly stuff needs to change. Clearly stuff needs to change. And I think all of us, whatever side of the fence you sat on last season, would go, things needed to change at Manchester United. Now, people's perception of what needed to change. Some people thought it was the manager, some people didn't. They've stuck with the manager. They back the manager. They're going to give him a new contract. Okay, what else then can you change? What else do you need to change? You go, well, there's been complaints about the coaching staff. Change that. Is Eric flexible and adaptable enough to allow that to happen? Yes, because these new people are coming. And also, I mean, you want to talk about the draw of Manchester United and the draw of Ineos. It's not as if these are two guys that were like backroom staff coaches. Anyway, these are managers. These are head coaches that are coming in to go on this coaching staff. Ruud's last job was getting PSV to second in the Eredivisie and winning the cup. This other guy, René Hack, I mean, yes, it was a mid-table club in the Eredivisie, but he's a head coach at a mid-table club. I mean, I think they finished 9th last season, and he's also previously been a head coach at Utrecht. I think he might have even worked with Eric previously at FC Twente, and maybe that's a bit after his time. But the point being is he's been at other clubs in the Eredivisie too. So I look at these changes and I think, well, it's a good thing. How can it not be a good thing? We're looking to try and change things and improve things. And also, to KG's point as well, like if you're the players, you would then look at it as, well, okay, Eric's been back, so he's got a new contract. Whether we think he's got as much authority as he used to, Ineos, they're sticking with him for now. Oh, and by the way, these new guys are in. So maybe it is a bit of a fresh start for me and all this kind of stuff. But also, like, those existing relationships I had with those other coaching staffs, no, this is new. Like we are really starting from scratch again, and I've got to prove myself again. I can't rest on my laurels. Things actually are changing. So we hear this. We hear the bravado about change all the time, and then nothing really changes. Well, if you looked at it and go, these new coaches weren't here last season. Carrington's been knocked down. What's going on? Stuff legitimately is changing. Dave Brailsford have meetings with all these players going, right, what's going wrong? Why aren't you playing good enough? What's going on here? Jason Wilcox is milling around the place. Soon Omar Barada's going to show up. If I'm a player and I don't look around and go, actually, this is more than words now. Like stuff legitimately is changing. I myself now have to change. If I don't, I'm not going to be here. That's the right environment. That's what we need.
It's Go on, Flex.
I feel I agree to a certain extent with everything a lot of everyone's saying. I'm going to just bring in a bit of devil's advocate though, because obviously we all seem to quite agree on this. But like bringing everyone in that is Dutch, that is catering to Eric, and like, you know, making it sing on his hymn sheet. There does need to be a little bit of a wariness of like, well, how flexible is Eric willing to be in this new structure though? Like, because what we know of Eric, we haven't seen him have to adapt like this. What we have seen, anytime he's had to adapt in recent times, he doesn't do it. That we got told by HAG'S and the guys we talk. Listen, one thing about him, he is very stubborn. Like we would tell you that. And then as the season was transpiring, both seasons, we went, bloody hell, they're right. He won't change anything. Like Jesus Lord, until like we were really shot for players. His job was literally dangling by a thread. And in the last 3 games of the season, we went the way we went to lead up to the final for that game. But we still don't have a big. We don't have a big sample size of his flexibility to be really sure that like new people coming in that isn't just him and Mitchell van der Gaag, which was the original plan. You know, yes, they're Dutch, but when Ruud wants to say, you know, I've been here at this club, like I kind of like really, we should really be looking to do this. When you start getting those butts of heads,
can't do that though. He can't. He can't.
Why not? Why not?
Because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, there's one manager in it. There's like,
but there isn't. There's a head coach and there's a group of people.
Yeah, he's the head coach. He's the head coach. We have to go. If we're going this way, we're going this way. I can hear. We can all give feedback, and we can all like say, "Hey, here's an idea." But then, end of the day, someone has to make a decision, and it has to.
Will there be too many chefs in the kitchen?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why there must be one head person. There's one person that says, "Hey guys, well, we're getting in this direction." Like me and you,
I agree with that.
You can say, "Hey, do you know what would be good for United View? Oh, let's do this. Let's do this." End of the day, you have to sit down and say, "What great advice, guys." Then you go say, "I want to take us this way."
Yeah. But then what I'm saying is, and that's fine, and that's Eric as the title as head coach. But this is the whole point. If they're trying to get him to do things differently, one thing is signing this new contract that Ineos have said, listen, everything needs to change, Eric. So if you want to stay here, you have to sign this because it looked like this. And then now we're seeing this new coach stuff. This is the first indication that this really is different. Eric's not staying. If the fact that he's staying it means it must come with all of this. So that's the first thing. The second phase is him actually taking in the information and working collaboratively. And when it gets to that point, like you just said there, that's exactly the point I mean. When it does get to a couple of ideas from Renee Hack, a couple of ideas from Rude, whatever it looks like for Mitchell van der Gaag, we haven't got confirmation of whether he stays, he walks, he's part of, we don't know yet. When it gets to that, and Eric goes, yeah, well, I'm still going this way. That's what I'm talking about. That stubborn, I'm still the guy who makes the decisions, which is good. He has to. What my pushback is, what does that look like? We have to, I'm not sure of like what is that going to look like.
To answer the question, well, they sat down with so many different people and they said, here's a model that we like to work in. Yeah. Can you work in it? And by the looks of things, the closest one that they really like the look of was Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel pretty much said to them, yeah, all of that stuff that you want to do, I'm not really interested in that, actually. You know, that's really what you're basically hearing. When we get to financials and said, yep, but you got to speak to this person. And then when you do signings, you got to speak to this person. Then you got to get cleared by Ten Hag has worked in a similar system.
We don't know that though. The financials just could have been too expensive to get him versus what it could have been to get rid of Ten Hag.
You get to a stage where, for me, I don't know. Maybe I still really see the club as with the level that it is, in a sense of why would Tuchel turn down United unless
maybe Man United turned him down.
But then it must be on the basis of there's something that was said that it wasn't appreciated, because we can't get so far down the line of he was the main standout guy, really. So
maybe economically, that's what I'm saying. So it could just be down to economically, actually. So what wages do you want over what contract? And he says, I want 15 million over 5 years or whatever it is. And they go,
do you think Tuchel did it to Man United because of wages?
It could be.
Do you know what I think?
I just don't think that's.
You think it'll be more control?
It's more control. Like with someone like Tuchel that's had all these payouts and been at all these big clubs, I don't think he's looking around thinking he's counting the pennies right now. This guy's thinking about legacy and what can be done and how much.
But also, Ineos might have heard him speak though, and also said Eric's better.
He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Basically saying that they've spoken to Eric, but also they've spoken to everyone. And these guys really know business. And you need to find someone that's going to take advice, but also work collaboratively in this new system. And this is the guy that they see is best to do that, and he has proof of doing that purely because when he was at Ajax, he did work in a collaborative system. The only reason why he chose to do different at Man United is because we've been bad for so many years, and many managers, Van Gaal, when he spoke to him, Van Gaal gave him sound advice saying, hey, them lot don't know what's going on. These guys are it's all about commercial, and the football's not involved.
Do you make sure you get your shit
in there?
You get right into the contract, you're in control. And then we've seen the pros and the cons of that.
We've seen that. Really? But now we're in a situation where there's people there that you trust. I'm telling you right now, if I'm in a room where there's people that can do the job that I don't need to do, I'm not asking about cameras, audio, this, that, and the other. I run a podcast where I have to ask all of those questions. When I'm in a room that there's proper people that do that, I'm not asking those questions. Turn up and let's go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lean on here, my psychology degree here, fellas. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah. There is a psychological phenomena. It's one of my favorite ones called groupthink, right? Yes. And basically it's a phenomenon which is basically you have a group of people and they're maybe working on a project or something like that. And because they don't want to upset the apple cart, as it were, and because it's based on a common desire not to upset the balance of the thinking of these people, you end up or lead to consensuses without a lot of critical reasoning, without a lot of evaluation of the consequences and the alternatives, and you end up making poor decisions, basically, because you're so almost tied off from reality. You're the same people over and over again, going back and forth. You understand the sort of societal norms between each other, and you just come to these bad decisions. And the way to overcome groupthink is you have to introduce new people in, new ideas, taking a fresh look at things and going, how did you reach that conclusion? Because you realize that what you're saying here makes actually zero sense. Or, you said that this equals this and equals this. It's not working. And I think that's what Ineos would have looked at, going fresh eyes on things, going, you sort of thought about doing it this way. That's not working. Look at the results here. This is not working. Yeah, you've got some successes with with the cups and stuff like that, but look at the league and look at the way the business is operating. Like, this needs to outside thought. And again, when it comes to the coaching staff, how do you overcome that? You introduce new people in, new ideas. And go, maybe we take some of these people out, maybe some of them stay, but we need to introduce new ideas, new thought processes, because you'll realize once you add in new people that the conclusions you came to were just wrong. You just, again, poor decisions, poor leadership. And a good leader, so Erik ten Hag in this instance with all of these coaches, a good leader, to KG's point, knows, all right, okay, I've got to listen to these new ideas. I've got to listen to new ideas, new thought processes. Whether or not that, with the Jason Wilcox thing about the FA Cup final, whether or not that was true, what Jamie Jackson was saying about, hey, maybe you sort of look at Bruno for the false nine and all that kind of stuff. And Erik goes, I was thinking about that, actually. That's a good idea, actually. Good you said that. And then you do it and you work. That's, I think, the collaborative environment that Ineos are looking for. And I don't, to be honest, I don't have any concerns about Erik ten Hag working in that. As much as he is a control freak, I think that there are plenty of examples him work. My concern previously was his ability to work with these people because he's never worked with them before. You don't know. But clearly, if that's overcome, I don't think there's going to be problems with him working in that environment. Any good leader wants to surround himself with the best possible people.
Absolutely.
to be the most successful as you possibly can. And whether the Thomas Tuchel stuff, what was quite curious of all of that was the desire, let's say on Tuchel's part, to come out and say that, no, it's not going to happen. I'm going on holiday.
Yeah,
it seemed a bit like, it felt like a rush to try and get there first. Oh no, I didn't break up with her. Or I broke up with her. She didn't break up with me. That kind of thing. It kind of felt
because you don't want to lose his ego, does he? You don't want to lose his reputation, because
exactly.
obviously he's going to go into sabbatical and want a job when the right job. You don't want to damage his reputation. Exactly. And like you said, that's the posture, and I could deal with that. Like, whichever way around, we're never truly going to know until he writes a book one day or something. Exactly. I don't know, but we're not actually going to know. But overall, I am pleased. I just wanted to just discuss maybe what some of the cons could be in this thing, because obviously, as fans, like, as soon as I see Rude, I'm like, oh, this is sick. Like, I get like, and what I'm trying to do is, you talk about being scarred and stuff. A lot of fans don't want to trust Ineos yet because, we've been there with the Glazers. We've been absolutely destroyed by this ownership, that even when something good starts to come or starts to cook, we're like, nah, I'll wait for the final dish and I'll taste it then, mate. I ain't getting it. There are some people legitimately saying, yeah, I know he's brought in all these people, mate, but we ain't bought one player yet. I don't know. Or it's not the end of the first. And it ain't the end of the first season yet.
No,
so
exactly.
I ain't saying nothing until I see how the team looks when we go to Arsenal away and Liverpool and all these things, and we see where we finish and did we get another trophy? All of them things. How did the new signings do? The old signings.
You said something this morning, and that's never gonna go away. That's an ongoing.
Oh, of course not.
Ongoing thing, and that's not like the goal will be moved and stuff, but it just is what it is. We could win our first 5 games, and people say still haven't been tested. So it doesn't matter.
The war's still ongoing, KG. There was a big battle. There was a big battle at the end of the season. One side won, but the other didn't give up. They just went, we'll come back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
We just need to regroup and get to it, guys. There's 2 things that I want to talk to you guys about. Really important, yeah. Number one is change the name of the stadium for money, fam. I don't know if you lot have like really gone deep into this one, but I don't.
Did it yesterday, yeah.
I don't give a crap.
KG was coming up with some mad names on his stream, by the way.
The stadium.
Nah, you're taking the piss. No. Get out. Listen to me now. Get out. There's something in your brain. Nah, because that's the most trending thing now. You off your rocker. Your rocker's gone, bro. Like you're mad,
It's raining, bro.
No, you're crazy. You're crazy. No, for that one, you're mental. Do you know how mad you are, bro? You're crazy.
Someone said.
And just out of curiosity, KG, which company is going to take the rights for the hack to a stadium?
OnlyFans sponsorship.
Oh, fuck it.
This is what I mean. Because it can be like you can't.
He's crazy.
Not OnlyFans sponsor boxers. I don't even know why you lot are doing this.
No, I'm talking about the name you just said to name Manchester United football. Like, you're off your rocker. You're crazy, bro. You know how mad that is? And because that's like the thing that's just popping off right now, he's just like, and she's done an interview as well, innit? They've tracked her that. Like, KG's you're just so mad, bro.
It's raining though, innit? So, and you know, like people involuntary, like you didn't want to be in that situation on the Arsenal day. That was a bad situation. Anyway, there's that. I think we should rename it. Do it for the peas, bro. I'm not in. I don't care. Like literally, with how bad our situation is. There's that, and then there's what do you call it? Everyone's got to go back to work, and everyone's got to go back to work. Number 2, everyone's got to go back to work in terms of on the 8th of July. Yeah. Players have to return.
What do you in KG's brain? Yeah. What do you think happens when Mason Greenwood and Jadon Sancho? Because let's assume by 28th today. Let's assume by the 8th of July they haven't got new clubs. What do you think happens at 9 a.m. on the 8th of July?
They pull up to Carrington. You go get I don't know who the head reporter is that's going to be outside the ground, looking at the cars going in. But that's a good day to be there because there's 2 players with 2 different kind of situations at pulling up at Old Trafford, and it's so funny because
think they pull up? Do you think they come to Carrington on that day?
They must. You must. It's your job.
They don't must. I mean, they could work out something that they don't come back. You know, it's very easy, isn't it? You know?
I don't know because again,
one of their agents picks up the phone, talks to someone at United, going, "Hey, we're still working out, you know, these transfer things, whatever." They'll be like, "Cool."
But no, because my thing is,
remember Ronaldo didn't come back. I mean, obviously it was a different issue, but it was just like they were waiting on the cars, and they were like, "Wow, he didn't come back." And then they picked up. Then journalists went, "Oh no, we knew he wasn't going to come back." This, that, and the other. You know, I think a lot of people are focused.
But then
people are focused on that day.
Ronaldo was trying to like move. That was
they don't have to come back. If they agree with Manchester United, do I need to be here on the 8th? And they go, no. And then again, maybe you just sign a couple of things here and there just to make sure all bases are covered. Then you can keep, you know, doing your own thing away. You know, I'd be more surprised if both of them showed up.
They ain't coming back.
Owen, I think Mason Greenwood will not be back in the space because there's teams that want him. There's teams that want him. So his situation seems stronger than Jadon's situation. You can't have a situation where you have another player you're waiting for a move. Let's say you're waiting for the 8th doesn't materialize. You're waiting for 15th, 16th. Before you know it, we're on tour. And then you've just killed, like, we can't afford
to come on tour.
Leave him on tour. No, I'm with you. But then if there's no club that steps out and puts a significant offer in, he'll have to be on tour, is what I'm saying.
We won't have to. He doesn't have to be on tour.
What are you going to leave him on ice again?
They're not going to, bro. They're not going to integrate these men back into the squad.
That situation, what happened last time, I'm saying that can even be avoided this time around because if Jadon Sancho went to his agent, imagine you go, I don't want to go back to United. Eric's staying there. I'm not going to apologise. Whether I'm right or wrong, it's not going to happen. And then go to your agents, go, look, I know they're saying that's when people are reporting back. Just double check. I'm not reporting back on that day. And then if United go, yeah, you are. You go, well, no, I'm not. And then you go, okay, boom. Like Man United aren't going to put themselves in that position again. Well, remember, he's got mates at Carrington. Do you think they want to see him show up again and then be banished out to the under-18s and do all that kind of stuff again? It's much easier to come to an agreement. It's much easier to come to an agreement going, Jadon, you can train by yourself, wherever you want to go, whatever. We know the stuff's still going on about
none of them are
transfer
coming back,
and all that kind of stuff.
None of them are coming back.
And definitely not going on tour. You've seen how closely tight that tour group is.
No way. When Eric's still here trying to do a new thing with Rude and the thing. Impossible. Impossible. And even to go to Carrington, imagine.
We shouldn't just be like, we can't officially say it's no way. That's the point that I'm making. We can't. While it makes sense to like say, look, this is not what he wants. This is not the best scenario. But then Man United have had a lot of problems getting rid of players, and I get maybe this is a new overhaul and everything's changing. But there's a little part of me, this is where maybe I'm playing devil's advocate in this moment and saying, hey guys, there's a potential that because his contract is because he's so expensive. and we're struggling to get interest from other clubs that will take on the deal. They just don't have the money. There's a thing where he might have to end. He could end up at Man United again. There has to be, because look at this. Where's that news come from? And that news is really, it's more for him than for Greenwood. No one actually believes Greenwood's really going to come back, because we're just waiting to see what team's going to show us the money.
Greenwood's not coming up. He's got loads of suitors.
He's got
Sancho's got suitors, but the same like Greenwood, it's the financials. They're both 40 million, right? Let's be honest. They both got relatively high wages, and there's quite a bit to thrash out in terms of the financials. And if you look at it from a United perspective, we've got to get these financials right, because we can't just be having some of these clubs saying, sorry, we're a bit broke, can we just do a loan and then see how it goes? No, we've just done that with both of these two players to reignite their careers in different respective ways. Greenwood for very different circumstances, out of this country, out of mind, out of sight. He's gone and resurrected his career. And Sancho for different reasons, because we all saw very publicly what happened there, and he can't come back, especially now the vote of confidence has been given to Eric. Not going to happen. So Man United, they have to, they must, and they will. They will. I believe they will find a solution. But in terms of Sancho coming back into the fold, think about it for Sancho. The media scrutiny and all of the hype that comes with him just even going back through the gates isn't worth it. You can't even let him back into the group of the first team, because that's with the direct manager that he's not going to have said sorry. It's still, Eric's definitely not going to have changed on that. Like, oh, I've signed a new thing with Ineos. I'm a head coach now. I've got Rudiger. I'll just come in. Never going to happen. Not going to happen. So, and then having him coming in and then, I don't know, training how he was, I think maybe that's the maximum that could happen. The maximum. You just go back, you're training with the under-23s until you keep stuff. That's the maximum. Greenwood, I agree. I don't think he'll come through. I don't think it'll happen. But if it, just to KG's point of like, you just never know. I'm saying the maximum out of all of this that could happen, pure max, which I don't believe is going to happen, but pure max is that Sancho comes back and has to just go back to what he was doing before, which was away from everyone, training alone, under-23s vibes. But I agree. For all of that and the media hype that's going to come with that, oh, he's back, pictures, this, that, and the other, it's easy just to say, listen, go train in America or Dubai. These men do it all the time, bro. They can keep themselves ticking till they get a cup. It's not hard. They're elite athletes, bro. They're out there training with the parachute with no remember the one I say
when Lukaku went back to his old
they go back to it's club in Belgium. Was it Anderlecht?
Do you remember last year with like was it Eric Bailly? Remember there was like a group of players last year that I didn't even think came back to training, but they were like still under contract to Man United. Like again, Eric Bailly was one of them, or they just don't go on the tour. Whatever. Like, remember last year when Maguire initially wasn't in the tour, he was going to fly out later, and your immediate thing was, well, that means he's going. That means
yeah.
Like, it'd be the same thing with these guys.
They're players. They take over all the time, bro.
And it won't just be them. It might be a couple of more players that maybe aren't as controversial as even people like say like I don't know, those people like Hannibal or even like Donny. There might be those players that are just like, no, don't come back because you'll be gone in a week's time anyway. There's no point integrating you back into our preseason plans because you're near enough gone, or you're just not part of the plans anyway. So I think that might be the case with Sancho and
even Casemiro has to pull up on the 8th as well.
He'll pull up though. He'll definitely pull up. That one's not as much of a sure thing, is it?
He's not the happiest of guys, is he?
Well, put it this way. No,
he's not happy.
Casemiro pulling up to Carrington. Casemiro pulling up to Carrington on the 8th is going to get a fraction of the coverage that either Jadon Sancho or Mason Greenwood driving in on the 8th would get. You know what I mean?
No one's
doing headline story. Cass is here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's not. unless that is the one.
Unless it's Amrabat's brother tweeting out about it.
Cass is here. Yeah. Oh, he's not here on merit. Then retracting it, he's contracted to the club. I don't want to speculate. Shut up, man, idiot. Move, man.
I said something that I assumed. I've since found out that it's inaccurate. Or one of those like proper retraction tweets. Have you seen them recently? On July 8th at 7:45 p.m. I tweeted
Barton
this.
Special, bro. Joey Barton special.
I now know this to be incorrect.
I apologize to person X. I'd have to pay them bare money in damages.
I apologize to Casemiro.
But to KG's point, when you're saying about you know, you have to think that these players can be here or whatever.
Yeah.
With Casemiro, that absolutely, we discussed that in it already. Like that's one where it's like, if Saudi don't come with the peas, he's not going anywhere. Like he will be here. So, or unless he goes like, oh no, I'm not going to play, or it's an ego thing, like I'm out.
Very
unless he decides.
It's awkward.
Yeah, but he's professional, bro. Big man in it. It's fine, in it. It's fine. Like he's the sort of guy who will just, at least with Casemiro, the level of professionalism is there to be like, listen, he'll just go and knock on the door with his agent. Cause I know English ain't all that or whatever. Go knock on the door, say, listen, it obviously ended a bit frosty last year. Why am I going for this year? Am I playing or not? Because if I'm not, I'm out. And then, or I've got 3 years left, mate. So it's up to you. But I'm cool then.
He's never going to celebrate.
This is quite interesting. This is quite, again, because he hasn't actually been here for a while now. Do you think David De Gea gets a club this summer?
He must. I'm saying
he will. Yeah, he will.
Bro, what's he? He must get a club this season.
I don't mind it.
No, it's
like,
pissing me off. I want to see this guy play football.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to. Like, what, you think no one came in? People tried to paint this picture that he's so dead. No, look at him. He's training in the park, in the vest. Bro, this man has been playing football at the top level for over 15 years, yeah? Let's not paint the picture that, like, he can't get nowhere. But this man got peas, bro. If I want to take a gap year with the family and play fucking paddle thing and just chill, I'm just going to do that.
He took a gap year as a professional footballer.
Yeah, because I can, bro. Like, I can do that. I'm a goalie as well. I could just start training again, which he's done. He'll get a club. Of course he will. He just wants the right deal. Just leave him, man. He's all right, bro. Let him do what he wants.
I want him to be playing. I want him to be appreciated. I want him to be in packed out stadiums and enjoying.
He's decided, yeah, but it's not because he's this ugly duckling. No one likes him anymore. I'm saying, like, this narrative that poor old De Gea, no, he can't even get a club. Oh my god, he's training at bloody Grays Athletic. No, like he's just taking a year out where he's like, that I just believe that the people that were at the table, he's like, nah, I don't need to take that right now. I have peas. I'm okay. I'm just gonna chill out for a year.
If he thinks he's gonna get like similar to his money that he was at Man United,
he knows that. Unless he goes Saudi, he knows that.
Does he know that though?
He knows that. He knows that.
Because if he's going to go back to Spain, he's going to get a fraction of it. When it comes to clubs in England, again, he was the highest paid player at the club. He's not going to get anywhere near
He's not going to be that, but he knows that. He knows that. Gareth Southgate, David De Gea is not sitting out here thinking, oh, well, unless I get 350 again. What was he on? 220, 250, something like that?
It was like 375 flex.
Was it 375? All right, yeah. Where he knows. They're not stupid.
But that was the problem in the first place. A massive cut to his wage would have been like to 250. That's still ginormous. That's still more than most clubs offer.
And he remember, he agreed it the first time. He agreed it.
Wow. Was he and then in the first place?
The truth thing was when they were saying he signed the thing.
There's confusion.
But then no one ever signed the second bit.
There's confusion. There's either one about whether what he got offered and then he didn't get offered. Did he get offered anything? I don't know. I agree with KG in the sense of it'd be nice to see him play. What I mean? It'd be nice to be involved.
I don't feel bad for him.
No,
I just think it's his decision. I think the money that he wanted, or
I don't feel bad for him. No.
Yeah, like if he wants to take another year.
KG, have you seen that video yet? Have you watched that video yet?
Oh no, sorry. I was
ADHD brained.
Yeah. I was definitely it was definitely talking about other stuff.
He's gonna love him.
Yeah, but we need this. We need players and people like this around the place. I think it's good. Hold on, let's go. Let's sort this out.
Because I like this as well, Flex. Let's not talk because I like to see KG try and work out technology too. This is what I like. This is like on match days. I like to see him do this.
All right, cool. There you go. There you go. What you call it? All right,
I like to put the pressure on.
That in. There you go. When he does that, there you go.
There you go. Where's the whatchamacallit?
Wait there. Hold on. Wait there. There you go. He's done it. He's in.
Personal glory.
He's just gonna be so sold on that one thing. KG the comedian. Kevin fucking Gary, man.
He's the guy that's going to be getting all them yellow cards. That he's the guy that is reckon who's let him down. Who's
Casemiro.
to say that he's going to be cussing? I don't know.
Casemiro.
He can't talk to Casemiro like this, bro.
Yeah, he can't. He can't.
You can't. You can't.
Imagine that sat in the dressing room. You fucking let us down. You ruined the game for us. You stupid bookings. I'm like, oh my god. And he's sat in like a different room. The guy, he's been removed.
It's also striking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, on a serious note, yeah. At Man United, that's why it has to be. Like, I like that we're trying to be really young with the players. Get rid of those old legends that kind of, look at the game a bit differently. Because while Real Madrid have lofty standards, and it's like, as Marcel says, the Ancelotti way is play, work it out. I'll set you up. Play, work it out, and enjoy yourselves. At Man United,
there's got to be more to it than that, though. I think that's quite loose.
Well, there's apparently that's.
I know he says it. I know he did. Yeah, but like he don't just go to the training thing. You don't do what you do.
No, I know that, but then there's the original shape stuff, but then it's like once you get into that part of the pitch, enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, it's not how Pep is, where it's like you must do this, you must do that.
No, but I'm just
saying, KG. When Ancelotti does it, it's genius. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, "Enjoy yourself," on the pitch.
He couldn't say enjoy yourself because we went out enjoy yourself.
Wasn't allowed to. Just quite funny.
Enjoy ourselves. You know what we're going through on a regular basis? Enjoy what, bro? There's sometimes in some teams that you can't say enjoy yourself to. And we are number one, especially last season with the minus goal difference as well. What happened last season can never happen again.
I'm saying that style of coaching, that whole when you get in there, enjoy yourself. You can do that when you're winning, can't you? If you're shit, you can't go enjoy yourself. People like what you're talking about. But do you know what that video said to me? And I think we as fans don't. This is when we had that conversation before about Ten Hag, when he comes out in the media, when he talks about players or whatever. That's really what happens in a dressing room, by the way. So when they come out in the media and they go oh, he's trying really hard, or he's doing really well. No, he didn't let the team down. It's a team effort, blah, blah, blah. He's walking out of that room, going into the dressing room, being like, you effing let us down, you dumb idiot.
Can I ask you a controversial question, Owen? Can I ask you a controversial question? Do you reckon Southgate has that same video as well?
No, I don't think so. No, I really don't. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? He shouts in a hushed tone, KG.
He shouts in whisper.
Did you see him? Did you see him on the touchline going, think about it?
Yeah.
Well done. It's a golf clap. It wasn't even like a proper clap. It was
when we were getting corked in the game as well.
No, wait. So you're saying
they just had a chance. Mark Gay just gave it away. They had a shot.
That's why he's got his assistant. That's why he's got. I think Steve Holland does that. I think Steve Holland's the one that goes crazy at people in the dressing room. And then I think when he leaves the room, I think Gareth goes, "Don't want to get him angry, do you? Go out there, guys. Go on." And then that kind of guy.
Oh my! You think Gareth is so wet, bro?
He is. He is. Have you seen him?
Either way, he cusses.
Have you seen that video of him when he goes, well, at the, sometimes at the weekend, I like to have maybe like a couple of lagers with the boys, but mainly in the week, I just drink water.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Leave him alone, man. You're a bully, man.
Well, do say that in an interview. Do say that in an interview.
Yeah, because they asked him.
He probably has like lagers in the mix.
He can't win. Oh, and if he said to you, yeah, I'm a bang on it in the week, man. I'm always drinking. Yeah, you'd be like, oh, look at him. He can't win, Owen. You sound like these guys. Owen, you sounded like these guys where he can do no right.
It's the tone. It's the tone of it.
Owen, you're sounding a bit agenda, Owen.
Sometimes it's
Owen.
Whoa, wait here. Wait.
The guy can't even. The guy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm telling you.
You said.
Yeah. This is why. This is why you're flip-flop flex. This is why you're flip-flop flex. You see what he's doing at the moment, KG?
Hold on.
Wait a minute. And in a minute he'll go. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't even like Gareth.
Hold on.
I don't even like Gareth that much. When the heat gets too fierce, he starts going. Oh, I'm just playing devil's advocate. And it's just shove your devil's advocate up your ass.
Oh no, it's the whole
Hang on a minute. Hold on. Hang on. No, wait a minute. Hold on. You said that you didn't like what he drinks in the week. Now, all I'm saying to you is
I didn't say I didn't like that.
It doesn't matter. You had an issue with it. I'm saying to you, he's coming across.
He's dull.
it comes across that doesn't matter what he says he drinks in the week, you're not going to be happy because you just don't like the guy. That's what it feels like.
It's a nation's go-to choice, to be honest.
What's wrong with drinking water?
For during the
Nothing
week.
wrong with drinking water.
Yeah.
But only when Southgate drinks it.
Well, I think it might have been the original question. And again, this clip's from quite a while ago. I think it was when he was a player, in fairness. But I think the original question might have been like, what do you like to do for fun or at the weekends, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And
oh no, it's his Theresa May, bro. When she's frolicking in
what have you done that's ever a bit sort of risky? Well, once I ran through a field of wheat. Field of wheat. So KG said that Gareth Southgate's a field of wheat manager. Everyone's done that. We frolic through that field of wheat. And immediately your reaction is that a metaphor for something? No, literally. I literally went through the field of wheat. Where did you even find it?
It's trespassing.
I'm just saying, if Gareth Southgate said that he has Jaeger bombs and tequilas throughout the week, yeah, you would cuss him. You cuss him.
I've heard Gareth Southgate say, I frolicked through a field of wheat. I would be like, Gareth, what are you talking about?
Bloody. Well, your reaction to him having water during the week is like he said that.
No,
he may as well have said that
specifically. It's not. I'm not focused on the water specifically. I'm focused.
You like
on...
him as a person?
I don't know Gareth Southgate as a person.
Oh, it's too much fun, man. I can't believe it's so funny to see Owen having someone that. But I get it as well because I was totally like the thing that we got to be scared of. Yeah, is if by some miracle this guy wins the Euros.
I'll give him credit for that. If he did,
no, but if he does, and then the Man United links get stronger, I'd die.
It won't.
But he's not going to win the Euros. It's not going to happen.
I'd die. That's
KG,
it.
how's Cobby? What's Cobby going to do? What's Cobby going to do for us? So I want to actually. I said something like quite a lot this week today.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You missed it because you was on your way into the show, or did you hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I haven't heard it, but I support you.
I was straight away.
Risky.
Well, KG. I said, listen to me now. I don't care. I'm doing a positive thing because Cobby's playing. I think he's that good. We're going to win the Euros.
Huh? Okay.
Flex, you've got worse as well because he didn't even say that earlier on.
What did I say? We'll get to the final.
He said final, but now he's just said
we'll get to the final.
Well, you just said win it.
Yeah.
You said
we'll win it. We'll win it.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. KG, it's taken over my life. That wait a minute, it's taken over my life. I can't stop doing it in situations where no one knows what I'm talking about as well. If I forget my keys when I'm leaving the front door, I'll go, wait a minute. My phone's ringing in another room. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
You're going too. I can't support that. You're getting too far.
I know.
You're getting too far. Why we ever
get to the final? Because he's that good. Because we're on the easy side.
No, you know what? This is
when he gets swept up in the England shit.
Left, yeah, but I will say this, yeah, bro. I've seen the nation want to turn on Jude Bellingham. It's only a matter of time before they make that mind up with Cobby. That's why I'm saying I look at the things that are happening now and I say, well, this is going to happen for us later. It's natural. So it's scary. I think what we got to be thinking about is how to protect the young players from next season's expectation and, you know, that thing that we're going to put on him. He's been here for long enough. He should understand. No, he's still going to be a young player. And he's not going to be the total complete. Last season, Garnacho was having his first full real Man United season, and people were like, they expected better. And I'm like, well, he's still a youngster learning his trade. He's not the finished article. There's things that he's doing to do that's frustrating, but he literally got into the team the season before. Like he was a off the bench player, and I just think it's scary that it's going to happen very quickly. We're quickly gonna lift this guy, what Ten Hag said, we lift these players up only to sweep them and take them down, you know. And
Flex was right with his Ghanaian parenting of, you know, don't give him a contract, don't give him money.
Oh no. Don't give him no new contract, no money. And there's no Ghanaian that is gonna
still hasn't signed it, mate. Still hasn't signed anything, still on the same price, still on
there's no Ghanaian that's gonna say that song, yeah. Don't give him anything. Just give him water and let him frolic.
What would Mr. Gary, if it was Mr. Gary, yeah, and you was at Man United, yeah,
My dad,
what would Mr. Gary do?
Mr. Gary, my dad named me Kevin because Kevin Keegan signed the contract at the time and he thought that was good.
Good luck. Good luck.
The Luca trick, he said, that's a good one, man. That is it.
Is that why your name's Kevin?
Yeah, I'm named after Kevin Keegan.
Because Kevin Keegan.
He signed the
I don't know. Not about him being a good footballer, not talent.
No,
a lucrative
My
contract.
dad doesn't even know he signed a lucrative deal around when I was born. He thought, that is a good old man.
Wait, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that story before. I remember when he first said it, I nearly died of laughter. Nothing to do with the fact. Look, Kevin Keegan, one of the greatest football players ever. Like again,
my dad's
there's nothing to do with football.
Never seen him play. My dad's
purely about wealth.
My mom got
to call you Kevin.
Kevin is the name because he signed something good and Atina is good. Money is good, so you will make money, Kevin. And that was it. So if you think my dad's gonna hold back the peas, if you think my dad's gonna hold back my chance of making peas, are you mad? In that meeting at Carrington, how much? When is the money getting paid?
Yeah, where's the first payment?
He starts talking about it like it's a prophecy. Prophecy came true. Came true.
I'm really, it's true. It's true saying that because it's the same if it was Jamaican parents as well. It's exactly the same thing. But
Yeah,
it's just not happening.
What?
But that Conor Bradley story was a real one. I know he's Northern Irish, but his parents, the Liverpool one was saying that to me. I was reading it as well.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, just keep him on the thing. But yeah,
They know it's coming in. They know it's
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Nah, mate, you need to change all the family's lives now.
Well, everyone is waiting, bro. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's waiting.
We're waiting to clean you out, but yeah. Guys, episode 22 of the Trinity podcast done, powered by Dangar. Big up to yourselves. Hope you have a good weekend. Enjoy the weather. The weather's been nice here in the UK as well. If you're enjoying that, big up to you around the world. If your weather's just good in general.
Sunburnt.
Owen got sunburnt in overcast.
Well, the neck's quite red. I can't really see it now.
It's kind of gone now, but the other day it was
gone now.
bad.
It's maybe on this side. Can you see it on that side? No, maybe not. Oh, you can.
Oh yeah. Oh no. How's that happen? In overcast.
Went outside, didn't I? I got to walk around like Michael Jackson with an umbrella everywhere.
Don't tell Josh that I get angry. Right. Big up, everyone. We see you in the next episode of the Trinity, episode 23, next week, 6 p.m. Powered by Dangar.
Dangar.